Hey guys, Jess the Halloween Lady here. Not doing a Halloween related video today, but rather one on reusable masks. Juliet, Teddy, my mom and I have been very busy cranking these out for our friends and family. First off, I am not a medical professional, so anything that is contained here in this video should not be construed as medical advice. This is the best practices that I have come across and what I am doing with the masks myself and what I'm doing to take care of my family. Today is Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. I mention that because the guidelines around the masks and the recommendations around social distancing and all of that are continually evolving. For example, one of the early recommendations for disposable masks was to use a HEPA vacuum cleaner bag and to cut them up to either use as filters in a reusable mask or to cut and sew into disposable masks. Hoover released a statement saying that their bags are not suitable for this use as they contain fiberglass and you don't want to be breathing that crap in. So this is the best guidelines that I have as of today, and I'm going to share with you everything about these masks and probably try to go through it as quickly as I can. Okay, the pattern that I'm using is the Olsen mask. This is a 6-piece machine sewn 100% cotton fabric mask. It has a pocket inside for a disposable filter, and it is machine washable. The first thing that you need to do with one of these masks is wash it. Throw it in the laundry with your clothes. Throw it in the laundry, wash it first. You're gonna wash it, dry it, and you wanna line dry it. You're not gonna put this in your dryer. Do not put the mask in your dryer. You're gonna line dry it. So we're gonna pretend that this one right here is damp, fresh out of the wash. This is an optional step, but this is something that I feel can't hurt. When it's wet, I'm going to spritz the outside with vinegar. While it's still a little bit damp, spritz with vinegar, let it hang to dry. Before you're now using your now clean and dry mask, you're going to want to insert a non-woven filter. The one that I found to work best and that fits the best is these Great Value dry sweeping refills. So this is what you would use for a dry floor sweeper type green flat thing. And what I do is I take them out of the box, open them up, and fold them in half. Then I fold them over again just to make it so that I can get it in the mask easier. So I'm feeding it through. This pocket goes all the way through from one side to the other, so I can grab it from the other side. It gets a little fiddly because now I'm going to want to stretch this out and flatten it out so that my filter goes from the top of the mask to the bottom of the mask, so that you have that added protection the whole way up top to bottom. So once I've gotten it shoved around, and of course you want to do this with freshly washed hands. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your damn hands. Got the mask, if the filter is in there flat, the other side of the pocket, you'll see there's the pocket here, and then this other side is also a little pocket. You can tuck your tails into that. So you're going to tuck it in on either end. I'm hoping that you can see this. Tuck it in on either end, and then it is nice and flat, and you have your filter, and you can feel your filter goes all the way to the edges. The next thing that you want to do is take your pipe cleaner. Pipe cleaners. You can bend it in half and insert it, or cut it in half if you're trying to conserve. You want to insert that right across the top where the bridge of your nose will be. So I just stick it in the top of the filter pocket here, and then just give it a little manipulation to get it across the top. What that is for, so when you put the mask on, you can pinch the top edge to your nose. The mask should be touching the whole way around your face. You're creating a seal. These masks are being used in a hospital setting, and their recommendation is to use a double-sided adhesive skin-based tape. So a double-faced, like bra tape or clothing tape, the kind of tape that you can put on your skin and the cloth, and that's what they're using to seal off the jaw section. I find with mine that it touches the whole way around. I don't have any gapping, and that's what you want to use the pipe cleaner to avoid, is any gapping. Put the mask on, bend it to your nose, put the loops around your ears. Now, the elastic. My elastic pieces are hand sewn on. If this is too tight for you, you can cut the elastic off and thread it. Actually, let me back up. If this is too loose, just fold over the elastic and put a safety pin through it. So let's say this is like way too big on my head, or I'm trying to put this on a smaller person. I'm just gonna double it over and safety pin through it, close the safety pin, and then this will go right back in. You can shove that right back. The pin can go right in there, so it's not gonna be grinding against your face or anything funky. It'll fit. So now I've got a smaller loop so that it fits whoever I need it to fit correctly. Okay, the other option is if these are not big enough, this is too tight on your face, it hurts your ears, it turns you into Dumbo, whatever, or you just don't like having the elastic over your ears, you can clip these off and then thread the mask with a tie or a shoelace. And there are two ways to do that. This one I have here is a single tie that I have run down through either side. Now these pockets are pretty big. This is just a basic shoelace. All I did was shimmy it all the way through and down. The way you'd put it on with a single tie is over the head, and then you would use the bottom to tie behind the head. So you go like this, pull it tight, and tie, okay? The other thing that you can do is use a tie in either side and just tie the top, tie the bottom. If you find that when you thread these through here, it's slipping, you can put a pin, like if you don't want it to slide around or you're having a hard time cutting it, I would put the pin on the outside so that it is not against your face, but you can put a pin there to secure your new tie. And then you just tie it around the top, tie it around the bottom, and it should have the same tightness to your face, okay? So these are adjustable to a certain extent. You can make the elastic tighter by folding it over, putting a safety pin through it, and then shimmy it back into the mask so the safety pin isn't like out against your face or over your ear. Or you can run a shoelace or ribbon, whatever you have, you can run through the pockets on the mask and then tie it on your head, okay? Remember, the best defense is social distancing. Wash your hands, stay away from people. We cannot have this interfering with Halloween, okay? We need this to be over by October. I'm trusting that all of you will follow the directions so that we can still have Halloween. And most of all, I'm not making this style anymore, but I really love this one because it's my Walking Dead mask. Maintain a sense of humor.